helping you create more happiness, abundance, and freedom in your life and community because you deserve it. And now, your host for the Happy Abundant Freedom Podcast, Angela Lynn.
Hey, it's Angela Lynn, and welcome to episode 2 of the Happy Abundant Freedom Podcast. Now, I know that sometimes in life you might come across failures or rejections or problems in your life. And during those complicated times, it's important that you stay positive and that you remain positive because it's going to help you to get over those problems, those failures, those rejections much faster. And more importantly, it'll help you to stay happier in life. So today, in this episode, I want to share with you 3 easy steps that will help you to stay positive during those challenging times. So step 1 is to think of at least one positive thing that you have in your life right now. So the reason for this is because a lot of times once we come across a problem or a failure or rejection, it feels really bad. And then so you focus on the negative and you start to see even more negatives in your life because, well, that's what you started focusing on. So your mind is automatically tuned in to other parts of your life that's going wrong. Well, if we switch that around and we start to just think of one positive, all you need is just one positive thing that you have in your life right now. So perhaps today, something good happened to you, or something unexpected that was pleasant that happened to you. Or maybe not today, but maybe another day, yesterday, or sometime this week. Did something good happen to you? What's that thing? Really think of that positive thing. And if you can't think of anything that happened to you that's good recently, well, think of what you have right now that's going on for you that you would consider, well, you know what? I'm actually pretty good. You know, I am able to provide food for myself, provide shelter for myself, have income coming in compared to other people who might not have this level in terms of income or ability to support themselves. Maybe I have that still, and maybe I still have my dream. And so you have to think of just one positive thing, because by just thinking of one positive thing, it will shift your mind from focusing on the negatives to being happier, seeing that positive thing, and as soon as your mind shifts, it'll start to focus in on other positive things that's happening in your life. And so in this sense, you'll be able to feel happier because you're seeing all these successes and all these positives in your life. So that's step 1. Now, another step that you can take is step 2, which is to really challenge your negative thoughts. So what I mean by negative thoughts are oftentimes words like always, never, worst, etc. So I don't know if this has happened to you, but I know I've definitely done it before, where it's like, oh my gosh, this is the worst day ever. Or, you know what, the world is always against me. Why? And you start to use these words, and maybe you don't really realize the power that they have over you. But as you start to use these words, and as you make a habit out of describing, you know, a lot of times when you come across challenges, this is the worst day ever. This is always, something's always wrong. Something's always against me. I can't move forward to continue my success. So as you use these, what I call ultimatum words, which are always, worst, ever, never, words like these, they affect your mindset and it becomes a habit. So that when your mind, it starts to just automatically jump to that conclusion, well, this is the worst day ever. Well, how are you going to feel? It's the worst day ever. You're going to feel pretty bad. I mean, so really, it's important to start challenging those negative thoughts and to try and remove them slowly from you making that a habit. So instead of saying, this is the worst day ever, what you can do is you can actually turn that around into a positive thought. So instead of saying, this is the worst day ever because I got rejected, you can start turning that around and say, okay, well, this is not a great day, but I did learn why I got rejected. I learned maybe this is what I can improve on next time. Or if that person that rejected you, you can say, well, you know what? Maybe that person's just not meant for me. But hey, there's more than 6 billion people on this earth, so I'm sure I can find somebody else that will be better match for me. So in that sense, you start to focus on the positive, and then this way, you'll start to decrease that habit of constantly focusing on the negative and turning off that negative dialogue that you have with yourself. And if you think about it, one of the more important reasons why if comparing, optimist and pessimist, where pessimist is what you're saying, like worst day ever, always against me, things like that. Well, a study done by Martin Seligman in terms of insurance salespeople who are optimists or pessimists, and he found out that optimists actually sold 37% better in terms of insurance policies than pessimists. So if anything, if you want to increase your performance and reach your goals faster, become an optimist, alright? Don't become that pessimist who's thinking that the world is always against them. Now, step 3 is to simply help somebody else. So a lot of times we're so deep into our troubles, our challenges, our failures, that if we simply start helping somebody else, we shift our focus, and we shift it in terms of once you help somebody else, you see how you were able to help them bring positive change to their life, no matter how small in terms of that effort that you put in, but still, you were able to make a positive contribution to their life. And so, as soon as you do that, your focus is on the positive and what goes on that's good in today's world, that you were able to help somebody. And another thing too, when you're helping somebody, the simple act of being able to help somebody, well, it puts you in the position where you are able to help somebody. So that means your life right now, as bad as it seems, maybe because of that challenge, that problem, that rejection, that failure, it's still a lot better. I mean, you're in a place to be able to help somebody else. That means whatever you have right now, it's still really good. So those are really the 3 steps that can really help you feel more positive in life. So step 1, recognize at least one positive thing that you have going on for your life right now. Step 2 is to turn off that negative dialogue and turning them into positive. Get rid of those words like always, worse, never, and start turning them into positive. And then step 3, go help somebody. Now I want you to go to happyabundantfreedom.com/EP2 or F2 for the action items that I just mentioned, and then also for resources to help you stay positive throughout your life and throughout your day as well. And also, please go on that page, and I want you to comment, what's one positive thing that you have going on in your life right now? And I really look forward to seeing those, because as we see more of those, you will start feeling better about yourself as well. So in the next episode, we're actually going to be talking about how you can stop procrastinating so that you can achieve your goals faster. And so that's going to be the next episode. And in the meantime, if you want to live a more fulfilled life, find that emotional abundance of happiness in your life, what you can do is go to happyabundantfreedom.com/fulfilled-life-ebook. And on there, you'll get my ebook that will help you get more results in this sense. So go visit that page. But in the meantime, here's to you creating more happiness, abundance, and freedom in your life and your community.